Sharife Cooper hasn't done that I can say he should do to say he's done it all.
He won that championship. That was it.
You can do everything. He's done everything. He's scored a lot of assists.
The only thing that can cap off his career is becoming Mr. Basketball.
So why is it that when I watch Juwan Odom, did I feel like he's the best Every time I watch Juwan Odom play, I feel like I'm seeing something special. Like I'm seeing something that I'm not gonna maybe not see again. I said that for a long time. BJ Boston was my favorite high school player in Georgia. I don't get that feeling that I'm seeing something I'll never see again.
Yo, hey, listen, man. We're going to get right. Hold on. I'm being classy today. But we're going to get right. Hey, listen. I want y'all to know something. The death of the Kenner State men's basketball program has been greatly exaggerated. The Owls ain't dead. Yeah. Them Owls ain't dead. Let me take another sip on that. I don't have any adult hobbies. I'm making wine my adult hobby, so I don't have any adult hobbies, so I'm gonna indulge. The Owls ain't dead. Them Owls ain't dead. Them Owls ain't dead. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Some of y'all just scared. Some of y'all just scared. You ain't never been in this position before. Some of y'all just scared. But hey, when you was down and out before, when we was watching, I ain't gonna throw my man's name out there like that. When we was watching the flex offense every week, when we weren't getting any Georgia kids, when there were no recruits, when there were no NCAA tournament, guess who was here? Hey, them Owls ain't dead. Some of y'all just scared. But that's okay. Here we go. That's okay. I'm still here. Hey, man, listen. This is the time that you got to turn up. If you're a Kennesaw State fan, this is the time that you have to turn up. Hey, man, listen. You cannot be upset with Coach for taking. He had to take the money. He had to take the money. He had to take the money. Come on, man. Come on, man. He had to take the money, man. Hey, we can't be mad at that. Hey, man, listen. Listen. Welcome to relevance. Welcome to relevance. Welcome to being relevant. You're used to nobody wanting what you have. Hey, listen. You're used to nobody wanting what you have. When they come and they want what you have and they pay for it. Come on now. Come on now. Hey, this is your introduction, Kennesaw State fans. Let's make no mistake about it. First and foremost, before anything else, I am a Louisville Cardinal. I am a Louisville Cardinal through and through before anything else. But listen, I was down with you like 4 flats. I saw in you what you didn't see in yourself before it materialized. When you hated the coach. Listen, it was 2 years ago that you didn't even like Amir. Maybe 3. That 1-28 season, y'all was on his dome. Hey, bro, come on now. That wasn't that long ago. Y'all were tweeting out, oh, well, the previous coach won with the same guys. We won more games with the same guys. Bro, I was reading those tweets. Don't make me pull the receipts, bro. Some of y'all with the owls in your decal and all that shit. Y'all was the bro. Now we crying because he left. Hey man, hold on, bro. Y'all, come on, bro. Y'all playing with me. Come on, bro. Hold on. Let me get in the spirit one good time, bro. I got people already in the chat. We joining. I'm getting everybody, dog. Hey, bro. Y'all got me hyped right now. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go play basketball games right now, and y'all sad. Hold on. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. One more time. Hey, look, man, I've been trying to tell y'all to be elite, you got to be able to replace a coach. I've been saying it for 3 years that you're not elite if you can't replace a coach. Come on, KSU, stand up. Hey, man, I'm as excited for this program as I've ever been. I'm as excited for this program as I've ever been. You can't be elite if you can't replace a coach. Go talk to an Indiana Hoosiers fan and tell me I'm lying. Woo! Woo! Hey, remember when we thought Butler was Gonzaga? Woo! Remember when we thought Butler was Gonzaga? Woo! Hey, we thought they was the second coming. We thought Butler was the second coming. I'll wait. Shout out to Amir. Shout out to Yasir, Indiana. They bringing it back. They bringing that vibe back. Bobby Knight been gone a long time, though. You can't be elite if you can't replace a coach. Duke, you still on the clock, boy. Don't even try me with that. Duke, you still on the clock, my boy. You still on the clock, Duke. Hey, man, we can talk about my Louisville Cardinals if y'all want to. But you can't be elite if you can't replace a coach. Hey, listen, y'all don't even remember when Big Billy Gillispie coached at Kentucky. You don't even remember that. You got to pay like you weigh. You want to be a big boy? You want to sit at the big boy table? You want to go to the NCAA tournament every year? You got to pay like you weigh. I ain't even drinking my smoothie. I'm going to the wine, baby. I'm feeling elegant tonight, baby. I'm having fun. I'm feeling elegant and I'm having a great time. We got a lot of reasons to be happy. We got a lot to be happy about. I'm going to pull some people up here. It's people already back here waiting. If you listen on Twitter, man, go to my Twitter. I dropped the link. You can join. You can get in on the conversation. All I'm going to ask is, you got to turn, hey, bro, you got to turn your camera on. I'm not talking to no blank faces, because whatever you say, you're going to put your name on it. You're going to put your face on it. I got enough people following me with dog faces in their profile and anime pictures in their profile. Y'all not screenshotting me, baby. You ain't screenshotting me. You ain't screen recording me because I'm dropping names tonight. You ain't gonna screen record me. That's why I'm putting no time on it. This is just for the real ones tonight. We got some real ones in here. I see you, Drewski. Hey, man. Hey, bro. Here's the thing, bro. Here's the first thing I noticed about Kennesaw State fans. This how I knew y'all was still shaky. This how I knew y'all hadn't been used to winning enough to really understand how this works. Coach Amir was on a ladder cutting down the nets, dog. That gym went empty. Y'all, after you win the championship, you're supposed to stay and watch them cut down the nets. I know we still new to this. We growing. It's all good. I ain't take no offense to it. But you're supposed to stay and watch them cut down the nets, dog. Like, come on, bro. Let's grow up. Big D, coming to you, boy.
What up, bro?
Hey, man, all the way from Houston. What's the word out there in H-Town, man? Are they talking about us at Kennesaw State? I'm still saying us. I'm a Louisville fan, but I'm still saying us. Are they talking about us, bro?
You know, everybody's happy for Amir, no question. You know, even down at some of the events, you know, a lot of people were, talking about Amir going to South Florida, the job he's done at Kennesaw State. Hey, man, I mean, his name ring bells. He's well respected, and everybody's happy for him. Now, everybody is wondering who's going to get that Kennesaw State job.
Hey, man, you brought up a point, an important part, and I want to bring Drew in too. I'm bringing you in too, Drew.
What up, fellas? What up, fellas?
Big
What
time.
up? What up?
Big time. Hey, man, I do want to, I feel like this conversation has to start before we go with some thank yous. I feel like the conversation has to start there. Like there has to be some thank yous in line before we get to the getting. You know what I mean? There has to be some appreciation and all of that kind of good stuff. And it has to start with appreciation to Coach Abdul Rahim. Amir Abdul Rahim took the brunt because, like, the media made this out to be a love story between him and the fans and the school.
Facts.
In the city, we know that wasn't the case. 1-28, 5 and whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a pathway to success that a lot of people didn't understand. And it wasn't like everybody was rocking with him from jump. The real stayed real and the faithful stayed faithful, and everybody else jumped on the bandwagon once it got good. You know what I mean? Like, it was only a few of us that, bro, I was at those games, the 1-28 season. It was only a few of us up in there. I heard the rumbles and all of that. So he does deserve a thank you for sticking with it and taking those arrows and not just leaving for anything. Our boy got to the bag.
Facts.
Yo,
when I heard how much the South Florida coach before him was making, I'm like, yo, there's no way he was staying here.
Bro, listen. I had a talk with somebody today, and we talking about it. And it was like, oh, I don't feel like we was prepared. We should have did more to keep them.
There's nothing you could do.
I said, bro, you'll leave your job for $20,000 more right now. 20,000, you out right now. An extra dub, you out, bro. like.
Let me give you an extra $1 million plus.
What? Bro, that shows me how much love he had for us, that's what it took to get him out of here.
Facts.
You know what I mean? to me, I felt like that was love. Like if you're leaving here and the interest is, it was reported. I'm not breaking any news, right? I have not talked to, I think I text coach and congratulated him and said my own thank you to him and told him I appreciated him. Outside of that, we have not had any conversations about any jobs or anything like that. I won't put that out there like first, right? I have not talked to coach about what he was doing before he did it or how he feels about it afterwards. All I said was, hey man, I appreciate you. Keep going, do your thing. I wish you the best. Right. But it was reported widely that he was in for the Cal job.
I saw that yesterday.
Hey man. Hey, people don't understand that's a different kind of money. Like, hey, they reminded me of Coming to America when it was like, that boy got his own money. like, bro, that's the kind of money when your face is on the bill, bro. Like that boy got his own money. Like that to me spoke volumes of, bro, he didn't leave for Florida Gulf Coast. No disrespect. No disrespect. He didn't even leave. I'm going to name a job that I know is a really good job. He didn't even leave for Western Kentucky. When they start adding extra commas, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Bro, they had to add an extra comma, bro, and some other digits. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not mad at that at all. Like, and most of the people that are sad and depressed about it, like I said, throw them an extra 20,000, or some of them an extra 10,000 under their salary, and they bouncing. Mm-hmm. What I gotta ask y'all, man, what did y'all think when y'all first heard the news that it was official, he was gone?
I was happy. I mean, I was happy for him as a person because of how hard that we know the work he's put in for him, for Kennesaw State as a program. And what people understand, even before Kennesaw State, Amir has been grinding, you know what I'm saying? So this is just a progression to, what he's rightly do.
Hey man, I see the comments on Twitter. I can't answer the comments on Twitter from here, but listen, if you go to my profile, the link is posted to join the conversation. You can jump in and I'll pull you on.
Yo, my first thought was really just like, whoever takes this Kennesaw State job now, you're starting over. Like, you're going to be starting over because what he built has been so, it's him. And it's him. It's what he's brought. It's the kids that he recruited. He didn't do this with the kids that were there before. You know what I mean? So it's like, and as you've seen, those kids are leaving.
Yep.
So whoever comes in, you're starting from scratch. I mean, you might as well have been 128 last year. You know what I mean? You're starting from scratch. You're starting all over.
Hey, Uncle Drew, let me ask you this. In your eyes, who would you like to see him hire?
Man, look, I've posted it and made it public that I'm hiring Sharman White.
Oh,
that's who I'm. If I have that job, that's why. If I'm in charge of putting out that search, that's the first person I'm going to, because I feel like maybe we as a school we fit his. We get to double his income at his school where he's at. Maybe. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly how much he makes or that situation, but maybe that's a person where we're helping benefit him too. You know what I mean? Because a lot of guys that I would love for them to go after, you're going to be asking them to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
To come here and build something and then do like what Amir did and didn't take a pay raise. You know what I mean? Because essentially what you have here is basically Kennesaw State is now a stepping stool. You know what I mean? Every time until they change, until they're gonna do that over and over and over again and go to the tournament to where they build up their budget, they're a stepping stool. You're gonna get that job, do good, and move on if you can.
Okay. Even with going to Conference USA, You don't think there's going to be pressure to step up and make a home run hire? And listen, before anybody says anything, I love the idea of Sharm being the coach. But with them stepping up in conference, do you think they need to go higher per se?
I think that's what they're gonna do is try to go higher up. But I just think that you're gonna end up in a bad cycle when you do that. You gotta get somebody. You gotta hire somebody Amir was already recruiting every kid who could play basketball in Georgia, in the state of Georgia, when he got that.
Agree. Because people don't know Amir was
already on the phone with these kids.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We didn't just hire somebody. They hit it on the nose and hired the right guy for the job. And that's why they saw the progression that they saw. You know what I'm saying? Like one of his first offers was one of my kids, Tyler Johnson, who he was already recruiting when he was at UGA, but not offering him at UGA. The second you get to Kennesaw State, boom, throwing that offer. You know what I mean? And that, to me, that's what allowed him to get those guys that he got that came in there and turn that program around. You know what I mean? So you go and hire a guy that you think that you're, like you're saying, it's a big name, but that big name doesn't have any real connections in the state of Georgia. Like, who are you recruiting to go to Kennesaw State?
Good point.
Hey, fellas, I see y'all in here, man. Y'all got to turn y'all cameras on. I'll let you in, but you got to turn your camera on. My bad, fellas. Y'all go ahead.
I agree with that. I agree 100%. And like Amir, Sharm is very well respected. You know what I'm saying? And to your point, he knows Georgia well, because I think we all agree if you're going to take that Kennesaw State job, you have to be able to recruit Georgia. You have to.
How many Georgia high school coaches are gonna tell Sharman are gonna be against sending a kid to Sharman White if he's coming into your gym and recruiting your kid? How many parents in the state of Georgia are gonna be against that man recruiting your kid?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know what I mean? And being able to just he was at Georgia State for basically half a season. You know what I mean? Didn't get through a whole recruiting cycle, I feel like, at Georgia State. And I feel like part of that maybe was because he wasn't making his own decisions. I feel like if you give somebody like that has the connections and the network like that to make their own decisions, that you're gonna end up with a good product.
You're gonna have Georgia. There ain't no question you're gonna have Georgia. And that's not a good description. You're gonna have more than Georgia because Sharm's the USA U16 coach. So
you don't know what kind of relationships that he's made with a player here or a player there or a program there or a program here, that he's able to pull a guy that we may not have ever even thought would go to Kennesaw State.
Exactly. I agree with that. Man.
But based off my knowledge, they do this with search firms, and search firm is, you know what I mean, the way a search firm works is like you said, we're gonna go and make the biggest hire we can make. Not necessarily the best hire. You know what I mean? You hiring the assistant at UGA to come and coach at Kennesaw State sounds sexy. It don't matter who it is. I mean, it just so happened it was Amir. It don't matter who it is. That sounds sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to me, that's what they're probably going to do, is try to make another sexy hire.
Amir was a great choice, I think, because Milton Overton has some experience in that Texas area that he kind of knew about Amir, and he made sense for a lot of reasons. I think we got a lot of possible candidates. Sharman White is on my list. I'm gonna go through 4.
I like Chad Dollar.
I'm gonna go through 4.
Yeah,
but can they pay? But are you paying him enough to do something? You know what I mean? Like, you got to pull him away from a Power 5.
Let's see. I didn't even. You know what's crazy? I just felt like Chad was so happy where he was at Cincinnati. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even think of it. That's not a name I even thought about.
I don't even think that's a name that I don't know if that's even possible. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness, would Chad Dollar recruit Georgia?
Yeah.
Like Oh my goodness, with Chad Dollar recruit Georgia. And I mean, I'm looking at a salary according to Google. His salary is at 270. You can get there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You can
So
get,
you
hey
get to
man.
take-
that
So you don't got to
might-
take a pay cut. You get to keep your money and you get to be in charge. But
Chad Dollar might be the best name that I've not already heard.
I like to me, if you're gonna hire somebody, you gotta hire somebody who's already plugged in, man. If you don't hire somebody who's already plugged in, you're gonna leave them there for 4 years so they can get plugged in.
The Dollar family is basketball royalty in Georgia. For those who don't know, we're talking about Chad Dollar, was at USF, has been a high major assistant for a very long time, has been one of the top recruiters in basketball for a very long time, has family still here in Georgia, son of
Was
a
on
coach.
the staff at UGA with Amir.
Absolutely. Like you're talking about, I can't believe I didn't think about that name.
I didn't realize I could Google how much he made. I didn't know.
He kind of like, again, every time I've seen Chad, he's like, he was so happy when he was at Cincinnati. It didn't even cross my mind.
You don't think he want to come home?
Oh
This is
my
home.
God, Chad Dollar would be a great hire.
He got the house out here by me. He's out here by me.
Chad Dollar.
They go to school out here by me. That's home. This home. Come on home, Chad. Come on home, baby.
Chad Dollar would be. Hey man, that's a heck of a suggestion.
I got to hire, and it's really a dream hire, to be honest with you. And y'all know where I'm going with this, because we can't afford him. But if we could do it, listen, Kennesaw State, dig in your pockets off of this one alone. See why?
I'm gonna make my case like a lawyer, because I'm gonna leave it
That
at that.
bag too big.
I'm gonna make my case like a lawyer. I'm gonna make my case like a lawyer when it comes to CY. I'm holding on to my picks. We got a couple more people that we want to go through. Austin, I see you, big dog. Los, I see you. Need y'all turn y'all camera on, big dog. I'll put y'all in here. Austin, I'm trying to get you in, bro. I know Austin is Austin. So
Yeah, facts.
bro, turn your camera on, bro. Come on.
He don't
man.
even got the mute. He still got the mute button on. He ain't ready.
Yeah. Los on that. Hey, let's see what Los talking about. Los, you here?
Oh, they ain't ready, man, Dre.
I gotta break Los off. There you go. There you go. Los.
Yeah, I'm here, bro. Hey, I'm here watching the game and folding towels, bro.
Hey man. Hey Los, you a real adult, bro. You a real adult.
Hey, don't lie, bro. Folding
This man
towels,
said
bro.
folded
Hey,
towels, man.
Hey, watching the game, folding towels, and listening to this conversation, bro.
Who would be your vote for next head coach of Kennesaw State, bro?
Hey, but initially I was thinking CY, like Dave said. I agree. The money factor is gonna be huge, though.
Yeah.
And then the dollar, that was a good one. I definitely agree with that. I mean, there's got to be somebody connected here, man. Period. Point blank. Point blank. It's got to be somebody that's running these streets in Georgia. Now, when it first came out that Amir was leaving, no lie, I put it to a group of my guys here that I coached with before. I said, shoot, they just got to go to Pace Academy.
There we go. That's all they got to do. That's all they got to do. Right down the street.
You talking about not only the high school connection, but he has been connected with USA basketball for years.
Yep.
I mean, I think they're in a mini camp right now.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
He here in Houston.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
hey, between those three, that's I got to see what you're coming with, Dre.
Yep. Search done. Search is done. We already did the search. Now we need the interview. It's over.
Hey, this is the Love of the Game search firm right here, dog. So y'all hearing it all first.
They could have hired us, saved a lot of money.
Hey, just give me
To
the
give
season
to the
tickets
coach.
for life. You know, I ain't gonna charge no consulting fees. Just give me the season tickets for life
Heard.
for all sports.
But listen, okay, so again, I do want to say this first. I want to thank Coach Amir for everything he did for the program. You believed in what we saw when nothing that we felt like we saw was actually tangible and visible. Immediately you connected. We've been saying on this podcast for a long time, Kennesaw State is a gold mine job. Kennesaw State is a destination job. Kennesaw State has 43,000 students. There's a lot more that can be done at that university than most people think. With 43,000 students, that's not a small number. This is not your mom and pop backyard school. This is a school with upward mobility in the middle of the city, right in Kennesaw, easily accessible, right off the expressway.
And Cobb County hoops is popping.
But the best grassroots. I feel like he took that job and he saw everything that we had to offer. And he made the dream that we all had for the program visible, right? So I could never not I just couldn't thank him enough for what he did. And I want to say that before we get into the new hire. The second thing.
Oh, he's a goofball. Like I said,
Hey,
they're gone.
man, I love y'all, man.
Yep.
All three of these guys. I love y'all. Every program has to get a kid or multiple kids that you're not supposed to get. And I will give the Kennesaw faithful, the fans, this note of appreciation. They did. Oh, Austin, I see you, boy. I'm bringing you on. The Kennesaw faithful, when Stroud tweeted that out, the Kennesaw faithful didn't act ugly. They wished them the best. They told them they loved them and appreciate them, which is exactly what you should do, because those guys bought into you before you bought into yourself.
Yep.
Like, those guys bought into the vision. People don't remember. We were not supposed to get either one of those kids, especially Youngblood. We weren't supposed to get Youngblood. Stroud was hot too. Stroud could have went anywhere at that time. So I want to make sure I thank those guys, Jennings as well. Thank those guys for buying in, for sticking with it. You could have transferred. You went 1-28. You could have transferred.
Terrell ain't transferred yet?
Nope, he's not in the portal. Austin may know something I don't know. Look at him. Come on, bro. Come on,
Hey man, listen, man. I listen. It's an interesting time for me, man.
They starting over at Kennesaw State, big boy. It's starting over.
My phone. It's an interesting time for me, man. That's all I can say. I'm
Who getting-
tapping in just to
Hey, yo,
support
y'all
my
know
guy,
Austin. Austin know who getting the job. Who getting the job, Austin?
Man, listen. I don't know who getting the job. I know there were multiple names that were mentioned that I think that I would agree on. You got to consider Sharm White. I think he would do a phenomenal job recruiting wise. Here's an interesting name for you that I don't think anybody's thinking about. But again, when you start talking about, money, does he take it? You got the J.D. Pollard from San Diego State right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So Kennesaw State grad. So that's a whole nother name you can throw in the mix.
Yep.
I personally don't have any exclusive insight, but I do know that, CY is, from what I've heard, one of the top 2 highest paid assistants in the country. And are you turning down that bag to come down to Kennesaw State? I'm not saying he would or wouldn't. Would he be a great hire? Absolutely. Obviously, y'all mentioned Chad Dollar too. But it's interesting, man. But I remember, here's a funny story. I remember being with Sharm, watching my young boy Kamar Robertson play during the game at Cambridge when Sharm was on staff at Georgia State. And I remember talking to him. I don't know who mentioned it out of y'all earlier, but y'all talked about being able to make your own decisions.
Yeah.
And so during that time, that was something I was talking to Sharm about, how he liked it, how it was for him and everything. And so it's funny to hear his names come back and talk again, because I've always said, man, listen, if you can win 10 state championships in Georgia, you can do so on a high level. And obviously his pedigree from from winning to not even mention all the USA basketball stuff. The resume is there. It's just if you're Kennesaw State, if you're Milton Overton, do you give that job to someone who hasn't had multiple years as a college coach? And that's sometimes, the politics of the business that I think Sharman White could definitely overlook based upon his resume and again in relationships. But I'm with y'all, man. I think Sharman's my guy, man. Great dude. Always showed me a ton of love. But I think he would do phenomenal there. I mean, his track record speaks for himself.
So hey fellas, I'm gonna get into my sales pitch for a second. I'm gonna break this down at almost like an attorney. I'm gonna try to address everybody's issues. I'm gonna get to the money issues, but first and foremost, what I want to do is get to the reason why I'm so excited and I'm not afraid about where the program is right now. I'm excited. I think what people forget is, no disrespect, I feel like people forget when we start talking about these coaching situations, and I said the same thing about the Georgia Tech situation. It's not all about the head coach.
That's true.
That coach has a boss. They have people that they answer to. If you have great leadership, you can survive. Not only can you survive, you can thrive. Right? I feel like Milton Overton is being completely overlooked in this discussion. Completely overlooked.
There's the only reason why I feel like I overlook him a little bit. The search firm thing bothers me. I don't understand how that works.
I'm gonna get to it.
Okay, because because I was thinking the same thing. I'm thinking, oh yeah, Overton know what he's doing. He's about to just go over the pace. This is easy. This is a done thing. But then I'm like, I see that they hired a search firm. I could email the search firm.
I think it is easy, right? But I think he's gonna cover all his bases, right? Like, come on, bro. Like, it's like, okay.
Is KSU a search firm?
No.
Come on, bro.
I mean,
let's keep it real.
Let's be
real about it.
Bro.
Why are they paying money? Look, we don't got a budget to pay a coach $500,000, but we got money to pay for a search firm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get to the money part. But here's the thing, bro. Here's one thing I am gonna say. We've all been in relationships before, bro. And breakups can be tough. Right? If I end up single right now, bro, I'm getting on Tinder. Like, come on, bro. You don't want to know who like you back? You might know who you like, bro. You like, it may be one chick that you immediately sliding into the DMs. Like, I'm telling you right now, I am sliding. Janae Aiko, I'm sliding. Big Sean.
Hey, Dre, don't mind Dre right now, y'all. He's having an elegant night, man. That's what he told us earlier, dog.
Listen, Janae, Big Sean gonna have a problem with me. I'm sliding on Janae Aiko if I'm single, bro. I'm sorry. Everybody just gonna have to understand. She may leave me on red, but I'm sliding. And I'm getting on Plenty of Fish, and I'm getting on Tinder because I want my 15 minutes.
Water, dog.
I want my 15 minutes of fame too, bro. Man, come on, bro. Yep.
Listen, there's no fame for Kennesaw State, man. They just wasting time right now.
You want to know who like you back. That's all. You want to know because there could be somebody that pops up, right, that likes you back, who you would have thought, man, I ain't never got a chance at that. Like, I'm just going to go holler at who I've been crushing on all this time. And then you realize, oh, dang, she like me too? Like, they could change the, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, bro.
Get that.
I'm going to go. I don't mind the search firm. Do your due diligence, right? Like, I don't think this should drag out through the end of April.
Through the
or
end of
nothing like
April, they already took their coach. It should be done. Only a couple weeks, right?
Hey Dre, go
should
back
be-
to what you showed us the other day with, I think it was Western Kentucky.
Yep.
What did that AD say? He said you always have your drawer coaches or your drawer list.
Absolutely.
You're always ready. So search firm not needed. Whoever's in charge, that you always ready.
Right.
I believe he does have that list.
Especially with the success going
we
this
all
year.
agree on that, and I think they would too. But I like what Austin brought with that fourth one. To be honest, I think that makes sense. And really, we should stop talking after that fourth, unless it's just somebody. You know what? I can't even think of anybody outside those four, because when he brought that fourth one, I was like, that makes sense.
Ben Fletcher. Ben Fletcher.
But yeah, that's
deserves
what
his
I
name.
was just throwing another name in there too.
Ben
Dre.
Fletcher deserves
gotta
his
throw in
name.
My
Pershing
bad.
Williams,
My
too.
bad. I apologize, Ben. I would have thought Ben was going
Listen.
to ride with some of the other folks.
Don't they need a
If
head
Ben
coach
is going
before the
to
first
stay,
live period?
Yes.
Hey, Drew thinking for the kids, man. I respect you, dog. Drew thinking for the kids, man.
They about
I
to
love
have
it,
an
bro.
empty team. They don't have a roster. They about to not
Listen,
have a roster.
listen, Drew. It's still April 1st. We didn't say we going to hire a search firm and we giving the search firm till May to come back with a list of names. We didn't say that.
Man, look,
Like,
man.
we don't know that Overton is not in his drawer pulling out his list and saying, hey, I want to come have a conversation with you. Let's meet up. Mr. White, when you're done with USA basketball, with your training, let's have a conversation. He could be talking.
Mini camp.
He could be.
We flew to Colorado this weekend, man.
He could be at the Final Four right now, having a conversation with Chad Dollard. We do not know that. I believe that he does have a list. I believe that he's prepared, right? I'm gonna jump at a couple of bullet points when it comes to why. I'm not just saying it blind luck. Y'all know I love press conferences. Y'all know I love interviews. I dig for stuff. I nerd out on all of this stuff. So, like, but I don't mind him for trying to date a little bit. Like, I don't mind, don't make a rash decision. Go to the club a couple times. Like, I'm cool. You know what I mean? But I do think he has a list, and I think a lot of people that we named is possibly on that list. But hold on, I'm gonna go to this interview real quick. We made an announcement that we were going to Conference USA. I'm playing this interview for multiple reasons. There were things that was said in this interview that I feel like are important, that lay out who Milton Overton is as an athletic director and what his vision for the program is, that gives me faith in what his decision making is going to be moving forward. But also, I'm playing this interview about Conference USA because we're going to start talking about money in Conference USA. And if we're going to that conference, what's the money being spent in that conference? And does that conflict with this money story that we keep getting thrown out about Kennesaw State? So hold tight. Give me a few minutes. This interview is a little bit long. I'm going to stop it a few times. We're not going to play the whole thing, but I'm going to stop it a few times. I'm going to play chunks of it, okay? Y'all hold tight. Let me make sure I get this right. I hope YouTube don't ban me for this shit, but...
Everybody, I'm John Strickland from ESPN. An exciting time for Conference USA, announcing the newest member starting in 2024 will be Kennesaw State. Joining me, the athletic director from Kennesaw State, is Milton Overton. And Milton, tell me how that sounds. Kennesaw State will be the newest member for Conference USA in 2024.
John, sounds really good to me. I appreciate you. It's certainly an exciting time for us in the history of our program. These these types of opportunities don't come very often, and certainly with the type of conference that Conference USA has been, and we're really excited about the opportunity.
All right, so Milton, tell me about this opportunity. How did this come about? When did you first hear that Conference USA was interested in Kennesaw State?
It was several months ago. As an athletic director, you always, you're looking at conference realignment. Our industry right now is forever moving. High pace, right? And so I've been watching Conference USA for quite some time. Obviously we have several members that we have been competitors with that joined Conference USA last year. One of which obviously was Jacksonville State, and the other one's Liberty. So we're used to playing those guys. And so when they took the leap, we obviously had a level of interest there. And so several months ago, again, we started to take a look at this, and and it just all kind of fell together relatively quickly. So it's again, it's been a really good journey for us.
Timing is obviously everything. And with college sports, things are changing on a daily basis. Why now, and why Conference USA?
Well, why now is pretty easy for us. It's pretty organic, frankly, for KSU. Now we're really the largest FCS football playing school, right? With 43,000 students and growing. So it's quite natural for us to want to take that step. And again, I use the word organic because this is not something that was rushed. It's planned. If you look at the trajectory of this how we're growing, the timing is right. Financially, we're in a great place. Our fan base is growing, and we just have some really excited people, around who really expect Kennesaw State to compete at the highest levels. And so, again, the time is right for us.
Financially, we're in a good place. We have 43,000 students, and our fan base is growing. We're the largest FCS school playing football. So we're out of there, and we're going to the FBS. Now, mind you, I want everybody to remember Florida Atlantic just played in the Final Four this weekend, right? Beyond that, they're a Conference USA school in the Final Four. Did North Texas just win or make a run in the NIT? They're a conference.
North Texas.
UAB and North Texas, right?
Yep.
Okay. So he says, I'm deliberate. We plan it out. We're in a good place financially. We have 43,000 students. To me, what that means is I'm going to tack on this athletic fee and we're going to get to the bag with 43,000 students, and we're in a good place financially. Our fan base is growing, right? Okay. I'm going to leave. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave this. I'm going to just get to it. We've been 53 minutes. I'm just going to get to it. Okay. I looked at the top basketball teams in Conference USA this season, right? The top basketball teams in Conference USA, according to record. Hold on, let me go back. Okay. Florida Atlantic, 18-2 in the conference, 35-4 overall. North Texas, 31-7, 16-4 in the conference. UAB, 29-10, 14-6 in the conference. In that interview, Milton Overton talks about his thirst for championships and winning. He actually, in that very interview, compared Kennesaw State to Western Kentucky. When they asked him, who do you see Kennesaw State becoming? immediately, without pause, without thinking about it, without, well, I don't know. We see ourselves a lot like Western Kentucky. We're ready to compete right away. And we saw how locked in the president and the AD was from Western Kentucky as opposed to our home school right downtown. So I started looking. Well, hell, what are the coaches at the top 3 schools in Conference USA paying? Dusty May, Florida Atlantic, is making $544,000, almost basically $545,000, and he's got a support staff pool of $445,000. Okay, he is not the highest paid coach in Conference USA. Based on what I saw, it puts him in the upper third, but he's middle of the pack. Middle Tennessee State paying more than that, and they stink. No disrespect. No
Does he
disrespect.
get an increase with his extension? He just got extended, right?
I don't have extension numbers.
Yeah. So
Oh, it's gonna be. I saw something.
But you coming off a Final Four, you gonna get.
Yeah,
you get into it. I think that's
You're gonna get taken care of. But Middle Tennessee State pays more than that right now. They're not good. Florida Atlantic just went to the Final Four, $544,000. The salary pool for the assistants is important. Roughly another $445,000. Right? This is what a Conference USA school is paying. This is where Kennesaw State is going. Not this basketball season, but next basketball season. Right? So that tells me for a deliberate planning person that felt like the timing was right, that they could afford to add scholarships, because you have to add scholarships to go from FCS to FBS, especially for football. In this interview, he also talked about, and I'll play it, but it's going to get long. He also talked about competing in esports. We know how much money, if you don't know how, I'll get some graphics and stuff ready for you about how much money is being brought in from esports. He also talked about, and this is key, this is what let me know that Milton Overton knows what the heck is going on. He said, I want to partner with the other institutions in our conference to do research, academic research. He's not stopping at Conference USA.
I agree with that. And the reason I agree with that.
Hold on one second. He's not stopping at Conference USA. When you talk about doing research with the other institutions, that automatically tells me where he's aiming. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. We're just so used to Kennesaw State being poor. We're used to Kennesaw State being in the projects. Milton Overton is taking us out of the projects to that deluxe apartment in the sky. Tony Benford, University of North Texas. He's making close to $400K. Here's the kicker right here. Here's the kicker right here, bro. Coach Andy Kennedy at UAB. UAB finished third in the conference. 29 wins. Conference USA is very good. Third in the conference with 29 wins. A $900,000 base salary annually with an increase of $100,000 $100,000 a year over the life of the contract. That is what Anthony Kennedy makes all the way to 2028. Hey, dog. If Milton Overton feels like we're ready to go to Conference USA, what makes us think that he ain't bringing a bag with him? I believe he bringing the bag. This same interview, you know what he said? He said, hey, man, we're in the middle of Kennesaw. It's really great here. Not only am I looking forward to going to Conference USA so our students can compete at the highest level, he said, I'm looking forward to going to Conference USA because I want to bring this opportunity to our corporate partners. I want to bring this up. Hey, man. Hey, bro. Our guy knows how to get to the bag. So if everybody else in the conference is making anywhere from 900,000 to about 500,000-600,000, why would we feel like this man's not prepared to do that? What I believe is happening right now, that our AD, who knows what he's doing, has all the board members in a room. And he's walking back and forth and he's eyeballing everybody. He maybe looks a little menacing. And he got an assistant that hits the lights and a big projector screen falls down from the sky. Everybody's sitting there in their suits. He's got drinks all over the table, all the beverages that everybody would like. And he's going into his plan. And he says, listen, this is what we got to compete with. We know what walked out the door. I think he knows. I don't think that Drew is wrong with saying, hey, you're going to be starting over. You're starting from scratch. Coach Amir's first year was almost a throwaway year. He didn't do like Deion Sanders. He didn't say, I'm bringing my luggage with me and it's Louis. He didn't do like Rick Pitino at St. John's and say, I don't think most of these kids are going to be with me. If y'all remember, when he got the job at Kennesaw State, he didn't kick anybody off the team. Them dudes stayed. We had to watch my old boy, what's my name? Hooker. What's Hooker's first name? Tyler Hooker or TJ Hooker, whatever that boy name was, that shot 30 times a game. We had to watch that during that 1-28 season. We had to watch that boy chuck up shots all year.
My dude. Hey, he was out there. He was doing everything.
Bro, icing his elbow after every game, just smoke coming off that thing for how many shots he was taking every game. He didn't kick anybody off the team. We talked about how close to Georgia he was. He got a couple of pieces in year one and then brought in the rest up under what was already there. He didn't run anybody off, right? I don't think Milton Overton is shy about that. Okay, cool. Y'all gone. It's some guys on that Kennesaw State bench that wasn't on scholarship anyway. This is the portal, dog. We're going to fill the portal and JUCO. We're going to be able to fill out a roster if we get the right guy. I'm not worried about this next season. I'm not that short-sighted. Same reason why I wasn't worried about Coach Amir's first season when he got here. This season, whatever we do is whatever we do. But for Conference USA, that's a new ball game. And I know everybody wants to compete. So when I look at those numbers, what's the difference between those numbers and, let's say, Chad Dollar that makes Hold on, no. Chad Dollar got a raise. Let me find Chad Dollar's raise. He got promoted to associate head coach. Come on, man. Don't hide that salary from me, dude. You're not even trying to hide it. Well, I'll go to CY. Missouri gave CY 1.8 million over 3 years. That's 600,000 a year. That's 600,000. It's multiple coaches in Conference USA making over 600,000. Yasir Roseman got his new deal. Base salary, $375. It's multiple coaches, Conference USA, that's making that already. Here's my thing. CY just turned down Temple. He turned down Temple because Temple did not have the one thing Kennesaw State has: steady leadership at the top. Steady leadership at the top. We got a president and AD that's locked in. We know where we're going. The other thing you sell to CY is legacy. Hey, CY, you go to Temple, you're going to hear questions about John Chaney for the rest of your life. You go to Georgetown, you're going to hear questions about John Thompson for the rest of your life. Same thing with Georgia Tech. Same thing with Duke in North Carolina. Same thing with Louisville. Same thing with a bunch of these other schools. Coach Carnesecca was at St. John's with Rick Pitino at the press conference. Building named after Coach Carnesecca. Rick Pitino, no matter what he does, how many championships he wins, he's never going to have his name on the front of that building. That is Coach Carnesecca's building at St. John's. See why? That bronze statue right up there in Cobb County, 12 feet tall, in front of our brand new arena that we're trying to build, is going to look great with your name on it. Matter of fact, we're going to change the name in front of the arena to Charlton Young Way. We're going to give you your own street, big dog. We talking about legacy. Everything ain't about money. We're talking about legacy. Where else you going to go and put your name on the court? Hey, tell me, Rick Pitino won a championship at Louisville, went to multiple Final Fours at Louisville. Tell me what he has his name on at the school. Don't worry, I'll wait. Don't worry, I'll wait. They're not putting his name on nothing. You could be great all you want. John Shire, you could be great all you want at Duke. They're not putting your name on it. You won't live forever. They're not putting, it doesn't matter what you do. It will be Krzyzewskiville forever. So many there's so many college jobs that are like that. There is no legacy for you to build at most places. But if you got the right AD. Woo! If you got the right AD, if you got the right AD with the right vision for your program, you can get your name on the building. Denny Crum name's still on the floor at Louisville. Denny Crum's name is still on the floor at Louisville. It will always be Crum Court. Every time they show his face on the big screen, all the fans, oh, it's pandemonium. They love Coach Crum. Don't you want that? Don't you want legacy? Hey, man, everybody chasing a bag, chasing a bag, chasing a bag. You're going to spend that money. If you don't, you're going to give it to your kids and they're going to spend it. And I'm not talking about Coach Young at this point. I'm just saying in general. We're all going to leave our kids with a bag of money. They're going to spend it on their girlfriend. Come on, man. But this Atlanta, dog. This Atlanta, where we love you like nobody else, and you love us. And we know that you know that we know that you love us and we love you. We don't think that Milton Overton is sitting down with CY and saying, hey, man, we know what you're worth on the open market. We know what you want. We have so many. Hey, man, we talking to Coca-Cola right now. We talking to Georgia Pacific right now. Google just moved in. We're having conversations. We getting you the money. We getting you the bag. Same conversation with Yasir Roseman over in Indiana. Hey, young fella, you from here. Ain't no place like home. Ain't nobody gonna love you like home gonna love you. Ain't nobody gonna embrace you. You think you could walk in any gym in Georgia right now? Woo. Woo. Wait till you see the new court. Wait till you see the new court. Oh! Oh! We're going to put your name right above the Owl's head on the sideline. Nobody else is going to do that for you. And the food ain't good in Indiana. No, they don't make good grits in Indiana. Come on, man. Ain't no Waffle House in Indiana. Bloomington? You think you're going to get good catfish in Bloomington? Hey, bro, you're not getting good catfish in Bloomington. You're not getting good barbecue in Bloomington. They probably put mustard in the sauce and everything. Not getting lemon pepper wings in Bloomington. Come on now. Hey, man, this guy, man, bro, y'all don't believe in the AD like I believe in the AD. Y'all don't believe in the AD like I believe in the AD. Sales pitch. But listen, I don't want to leave Coach Fletcher out of this conversation. He's coached high-level basketball for a very long time. He is as big of a factor as anybody when it comes to the success that we had. He can't be left out of the conversation. Me naming these names is no disrespect to Coach Fletcher. I'm a fan just like everybody else. But after I talk to those guys, I'm flying out to Colorado. I'm going to mini camp. I'm sitting down with Sherm. And I imagine Sharman White sitting down with Coach Overton. And Sharman White is wearing all his rings. Oh, man. He's got all 10 state championship rings on every finger and one around his neck like a necklace. And between that big championship ring that he's wearing on his necklace, he's got the gold medals draped around his chest. That man looked like 2 Chainz in the meeting, all dripped out. Coach, what else there for you to do in high school, man? What else you got left to do? Hey, coach, look at this court. Oh, look at our court. Hey, we putting the owl on the shorts. Look at our court. That's my sales pitch. That's what I hope Milton Overton's sales pitch is. No matter what it is, I know it's right. I know he's ready. I know he's prepared. There is no doubt in my mind we have the right guy as the AD of Kennesaw State. The men's basketball program ain't dead. Some of y'all just scared. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for kicking it with me tonight, man. Love y'all, man. I'll be back. I'll see y'all.